Hopefully she'll stay long enough to listen to Karenza's story, of course. But ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, an assembled company, especially above sea, who is, so that's good to have you back. Louis, I think, is away on holiday. I think they're in Hunstanton, I think. Anyway, I'm in Gloucester. I'm moving to Gloucester from Swindon, and about to go to Cambridge Folk Festival at weekend, where I will be with Juliana and Sarah Lloyd Winder and Seth Townsend and someone we haven't met yet, Aline. Come on. Anyway, and so anyway, it's going to be a magnificent time. So Jesname, let's get back to Young Tellers, and we have to August the 4th. You will celebrate your 71st birthday. That's Friday week. Magnificent. Yes. I shall be moving into my house, my furniture, and I shall be thinking of your birthday. And your birthday, if I remember, goes on for something like 6 months, doesn't it?
Close.
Well, you know, when you get past 70, you want to make the most of them because
yes,
you know. Anyway,
fewer of them. Yes.
Yeah. There's less to go, isn't there? Although both Babasi and I are working on immortality. Anyway, Jasna, mate, have you got a story for us? Stop the old people talking. Well, please tell it.
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Jasna and I'm from India, Punjab. Today, I have a folk tale from Ladakh, and the name of my story is A Princess Who Cried Gems. There was a boy who had grandmother with him. They both were with each other. They both were each other's support, and they had to work for each other. The boy every day went into the woods to find some wood, and then he used to sell it to a zamindar who would further give him food. This continued every day. He went to the woods, he found some wood, and then he would give it and collect money. One day, while he was going through the forest, he saw a deep hole, and he decided to discover it. And so he went inside that hole. Now that hole was quite long and quite deep. As he went inside, he went on walking and walking until he saw bright light coming from somewhere. And to his amaze, what he saw was a castle which was made by a princess, which was made of gems. It was shining bright in the sunshine. He went to enter the palace, and then he could hear someone crying. When he noticed it was a princess who was crying because she was tired of living alone. That boy was empathized. He was quite helpful and kind, and so he went to the princess and said, "Why don't we talk?" But that princess did not reply. She kept on crying, and then the boy noticed that while she was crying, her tears were turning into gems, and there were thousands and thousands of gems on the floor. That boy tried all sort of tricks. He tried to make the princess laugh, but she did not. And so he went away to return to come back another day. And so this went on. He did not make money because he was not going to the woods. He was rather going to the prince. And one day, the princess finally stopped crying. And as a reward, she handed over the gem to the boy and said, "This is for you. You can keep it. You made me stop crying. I'm so thankful to you." The boy was very excited. He went running to his grandmother and showed the grandmother the gem. The grandmother was surprised and she said, "You can give this to Zamindar. I hope we'll get some food out of this. So happened. He went to that man, he handed over the jam. That man was quite greedy, and he threatened him. I need more gems. If you don't bring it, I will kill you. And now the boy was very worried. He handed over the gem and went again to the princess. He told him all about the man, and the princess handed him a gift. It was a box kind of thing, and she said, "This will protect you." She also gave him a few more gems. While that boy every day handed over one gem to the zamindar and next day another, and soon he was out of gems. This day he decided to go to the man with that box because he trusted in that princess. He went, and then the man tried to kill him, but nothing happened to that boy to his surprise. And when he opened that box, he saw a seven-headed beast coming out. That beast killed that man, and the boy was saved. And from that day onwards, the boy started believing in helping others because he knew in some way or the other, when you help someone, you will be helped too. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. What a fantastic story. Wonderful. Lorenza, have you got a story for us or two?
Yes, I have two stories, and it's all about Juha.
Fantastic.
I start.
Please start, yes.
Okay, so the first story is about Juha and the house. So one day, Juha ran out of money and decided to sell his house to the man who came to it. And then he said, "I'm selling you the entire house, except for this nail fixed in the wall." So the buyer replied, "If that's the only condition, I accept that reservation," and purchased the house. So a week passed. One morning, Juha knocked at the door of the house. Once inside, he headed towards the nail and hung a sack on it. After greeting the new owner, he left. A few days later, Juha returned again, this time to hang an old woolen clock on the nail. So from that moment, Juha's visits became more frequent, until one evening, under the horrified gaze of the tenants, he dragged along the putrid carcass of a donkey and hung it on the nail. So the homeowner, unable to bear the constant intrusion, began to shout, "How dare you fool my home with these refuse?" And then the Juha replied, "My friend, I sold you the house, but not the nail. So I hang whatever I want on it. If you disagree, leave, but know that I won't refund a single penny." So the man was forced to leave, and then Juha regained the possession of the house without returning any money. So this is the first story. And then I have a second one. And this is about Juha and Emil. So one day, Juha bought 3 kilograms of lamb meat at the market and brought it at home to his wife. So after explaining how he wanted the meat to be cooked for lunch, he went out again. So Juha's wife seasoned the meat and cooked it with great care. However, it had such a delicious aroma that the woman called her brother, and the two of them tasted it and ate it, feasting on the meat until there is nothing left. So Juha returned home and asked for his lunch. His wife moaned, "Oh, Juha, while I was working in the kitchen, the cat came and ate the meat, and now I have nothing to give you for dinner." So Juha grabbed the cat and placed it on the scale, which precisely showed 3 kilograms. So if this is the meat, said Juha, then where is the cat? And if this the cat, then tell me in the name of Allah, where is the meat? Thank you.
Karenza, as always, you have done magnificently. For Babasi's benefit, Karenza is not in Italy as she was when you last saw her. She is at the moment in Morocco, with her grandparents,
Yes.
and in Casablanca. Casablanca, isn't it?
Yes.
So-
I'm Casablanca, yes.
Yeah. Should you go to Marrakesh, to the land of your father's from
Yes.
Marrakesh, isn't he?
If my
Do
dad
co-
came
do-
to Morocco, I went to the Marrakesh at the World Storytelling Cafe.
Oh, you
If-
went to the cafe, did you?
Yes.
Fantastic. So, Babasi. Hello, Mike. So, Babasi, I won't put any time limit on your I mean, you've got weeks of compliments to catch up on for the girls, so or the princesses. Well, you can talk about Karenza, and then you can talk about Jasname, because she will be listening on catch up. So to Karenza's story.
I'll put it this way. This is an early birthday present. Your storytelling was so good. You have grown so much since I last had the privilege of the opportunity of hearing you. And I enjoyed that. And in your last story, he proved not to be the fool this time around. He was very wise. If this is the cat and this is the meat, I thought that was really great. And I love the ease with which you told the story. And whenever I hear you, I always tell you that you're getting better and better. But indeed, you have gotten better and better. And I've only been to Casablanca once, and that was the last time I was in Morocco, because I couldn't get a direct flight to Marrakesh. So I had to go to Casablanca, and they sent a car for me to take me to Marrakesh. So I hope you're enjoying your stay. And thank you very much for your 2 wonderful stories and being the wonderful person that you are.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you
everyone.
did say you were going to introduce your grandmother to us.
Yes, today I'm not, but the next Tuesday I can.
Next Tuesday, yes. We
Yes,
would
the
love
next
to meet your
Tuesday I
grandmother.
can.
We'd
Yes.
love to meet the wonderful woman you got these stories from.
Yes. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. But do thank her from us,
Yes.
because it's very important what she's doing for you, giving you the stories.
Indeed,
Right.
indeed.
Now, Babasi, we'll go back to you
For Jasname.
for Jasname.
All right, so Jasname, I hope you're hearing this when you do the playback. Indeed, I have missed your storytelling. And indeed, as I just finished saying, you told that story with such ease. And I love the rhythm of your voice, the tonality of your voice, and the lessons that you teach in your stories. And I'll just put it this way, I'm glad I'm glad the 2 of you are not of my generation, because I'd be out of a job. You guys are just that good. So I've enjoyed your storytelling. I look forward to hearing it much more. And then I have to put in a little plug for myself. The next time I hear you, I will probably be celebrating my 70th. Well, I've already started celebrating my 71st birthday. So I think both of the princesses were great today, and I enjoyed them immensely.
So I'm going to allow Mike Wood. I think is about time. About time Mike said something.
So I'd just like to say, repeat our thanks for the wonderful story. I caught came in right at the end, but I just want to underline what John is saying about how important it is to be collecting these stories, and how grateful we are to Grandma, and we're very much looking forward to saying hello next week. And please bring her to the Storytelling Cafe as well, because she's a celebrity and very honoured member of our community. So it will be wonderful to see her, whether it's at the festival or whenever she can come to Marrakesh. I want to wish Baba C an amazing birthday season. I know that he won't be satisfied with celebrating on one day. It's going to run this one. And I want to let Baba C know how wonderful he is too, and how loved and appreciated he is. And it's great to have you back with us.
I have missed you guys immensely, and I'm glad to be back. And I'm looking forward to being here on a more permanent basis.
Whoa.
But thank you.
Thank you.
Well, it looks
Kenza, Jasmine, princess. All right. You just really do something with your storytelling. And it's there's an old saying that says the sum is greater than its parts, which means that something that is complete is greater than the various parts that make it up. And when you and Jasmine may tell your stories, that's how I feel, that your telling is greater than all the little things that went together to make your story to make your story. And I like complimenting people when they deserve to be complimented. And you and Jasmine may deserve to be complimented. So if I gush, if I keep on complimenting you, it's because you deserve to be.
Thank you everyone for these beautiful compliments, and I wish I continue in these streets and it is success to come to the cafe and telling my story and share with everyone. So thank you.
Did you actually tell a story in the cafe?
I'm sorry.
Did you tell a story while you were in the cafe? Did you tell the story while you were in the cafe?
Yes. If I come to the cafe, I want
Fantastic.
the story. Yes.
Yeah. So make sure Waleed, who's listening at the moment, if he's not serving someone mint tea,
Yes.
just to introduce yourself. Say, I am the famous Kenza, and I demand to be heard. But let us know when you're going, and we will make sure everyone knows you're coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
They'll get out the red carpet for you.
Yes.
Well, Kenza, if you go to Marrakesh in the coming days or weeks while you're on holiday, then we'd be very happy to offer you to stay at our riad. I know you have family in Marrakesh, but if it was helpful to stay in the Medina, then please let us know, or ask your mum to let John know, and we can organise that.
Oh, thank you.
And Kenza, when Mike says that, they will treat you like royalty. I only had one downside when I was in Marrakesh, and that's I had to leave. I was sad. So to this day, I still tell people that I have two homes, one in Washington, D.C. in the United States, and one in Marrakesh, Morocco. They will take very good care of you.
Thank you.
Right.
Well, before you wrap up, John, I just want to say for Baba C's benefit, I'm not sure if you've heard the news that our we at the end of the festival, we for lots of very good and very sensible reasons, we said that we would be going biannual with our festivals, i.e., festival every second year. But did you get the message, Baba C, Marrakesh has been named as a city of culture for 2024.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, which is really, in a very good way, has made us review all of our plans. So we'll see what happens over the coming weeks, but it's very, very possible that we'll be working hard to do a bigger and even better edition of the festival in 2024.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah, you can see the smile on his face.
Well, Marrakesh could not be the city of culture for the Islamic world, for the whole of the Islamic world, which really is a very big deal, without a storytelling festival, could it? So I think we feel a real sense of responsibility, and it's great that the mayor's office and how proud the folks in Marrakesh are of the festival. So it's great that they're chasing us and keen for us to participate. So having said that, being part of something bigger does come with its issues. So we've got to look for sort of our time slot within the year, because they don't want to have multiple events on at the same time, and so it brings some complexity as well. But anyway, enough of that for now, and thanks again, Kenza. Apologies for the boring admin stuff at the end.
Mike, you couldn't be boring if you tried.
So Babasi's got a big smile on his face. Kenza's got a big smile on her face. Babasi, your smile reminds me of African-American poet that I was on the road with called Ted Jones. I've talked about him before, but he used to, when he was off to Africa, he used to say, "I'm going down south with a smile on my mouth. I'm going down south with a smile on my mouth."
Indeed. I'm just so happy to finally make it back. And a lot's been going on, but I'll bore you guys with that later. But I'm working on being returning to being involved, and so that's where that is. I'll be talking with you and Mike later.
Look forward to that. That's great.
Say again, John.
What's coming up? I better announce what's coming up. We've got a very exciting Friday. But unfortunately, I haven't got the names in front of me, and I'm doing this on my mobile phone, so I haven't even got a second. So we've got a Georgia from Cyprus and a Greek storyteller that we haven't had on before. They're coming and doing a two-hander on Friday at 6 o'clock on their stories for children. So
I'll help you out, John. It's Georgia Pieri and Evie Caridi.
Evie Carini. Thank you very much, Mike. I'm sitting on I'm in the middle of trying to move at the moment, so I'm sitting in my new yard with my mobile phone. Anyway, and of course next Tuesday at 5 o'clock we have, well, we could say young international tellers, but I could say the Carenza and Yazname show, and anyone else who cares to join. It's not exclusively them, but it tends to be. And hopefully next Tuesday we will meet the font of all knowledge, the Carenza's grandmother, which will be marvelous. So till then, thank you very much, everyone who's joined, everyone who's listening, everyone out there in the virtual world. And see you Friday.
To be continued.
Bye, everyone.